The year 1991 was a time of fierce competition and ambitions that defied the bounds of reason for the automotive industry. Lamborghini, in partnership with Chrysler, was launching the mighty Diablo. Ferrari was celebrating the triumphs of the F40 and modernizing the Testarossa. Jaguar was completing work on the XJ220, and Cizeta was tempting with an exotic twin-crankshaft V16 engine. Against this backdrop, Maserati looked like a company caught between history and the future. After Fiat's takeover, the brand stuck with the biturbo family, producing successive variations of the renowned coupe. The only bright spot was the brutal 325-horsepower Chamal. But in Modena, it was seen as a transitional stage. The real ace up their sleeve was the Chubasco supercar project. The task of designing the new flagship was entrusted to Marcello Gandini, one of the most influential stylists of the 20th century. The creator of the Countach, Miura, Diablo, and Cizeta was once again given the space to create a car with a pure, aggressive form. The Chubasco's body was wedge-shaped, low, and built to create a truly grounded effect. A large front splitter, integrated cooling ducts, and the characteristic irregular cutouts above the rear wheels, Gandini's trademark, created a cohesive, uncompromising shape. The goal was not only beauty, but also stability at speeds exceeding 300 kilometers per hour, which was intended to become the standard for the new Maserati. One of the most spectacular design elements was the hardtop, retractable roof. Gandini wanted to combine the rigidity of a coupe body with the driving experience of a semi-open car. The roof slid on rails and retracted almost entirely over the engine compartment, without disrupting the vehicle's lines. This solution was ahead of its time. Years later, similar designs were used on road-going hardtop roadsters. But in the early 1990s, such technology was extremely rare. The Chubasco also featured a completely redesigned system of aerodynamic flaps and airflow control panels, confirming that Gandini was creating a car that was not only striking, but also technologically advanced. The Chubasco chassis, whose name translates to fresh rain or a violent tropical storm, was developed as a hybrid of track and road design. A central spar served as the backbone, to which composite body panels and suspension subframes were attached. Formula One inspiration was evident in every element, from the wishbone geometry to the adjustable dampers to the roll control systems. The suspension was designed for extreme handling precision while still allowing for road use. During the design phase, extensive use of carbon fiber was envisioned, reducing the weight to under 1,300 kilograms. The most important element, however, was the heart of the project, a 3.2-liter twin-turbocharged V8 derived from the Chamal, but thoroughly modified. The engine was expected to generate around 430 horsepower and over 480 newton-meters of torque, which, combined with its central placement and 6-speed manual gearbox, offered a potential that exceeded the performance of many competitors. A sequential gearbox, experimental at the time, was also considered. With a projected weight of under 1,300 kilograms, the Chubasco had a realistic chance of hitting 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 4 seconds, becoming the most powerful Maserati in the brand's history. The first public presentation of the Chubasco, effectively a highly refined mock-up, took place in late 1990. The prototype generated enormous interest from the press and potential customers, who viewed the project as Maserati's long-awaited return to the ranks of supercar manufacturers. Reactions were overwhelmingly positive, with praise for its proportions, engineering, and bold styling. The Italian press even suggested that the Chubasco could become a spiritual successor to the Bora, combining brutal power with the elegance typical of 1970s Maserati. At the same time, some critics argued that the project was too ambitious and too expensive for the company's financial capabilities. Maserati initially planned to produce around 50 units per year, allowing for the gradual modernization of the brand and improved profitability. However, the rising costs of implementing composite technologies, complex suspension systems, and developing unique features such as the sliding roof proved problematic. Fiat, which had taken control of the company, was unwilling to invest in such a bold project, especially during the economic downturn and the significant decline in the super sports car market. The Chubasco, while promising, was too expensive and too risky. As a result, the project was shelved and resources were reallocated to more pragmatic endeavors. In 1992, Maserati unveiled the significantly cheaper Barchetta, a lightweight, tubular-frame speedster intended primarily for single-brand competition. While the Barchetta was a structurally interesting car, it couldn't fill the void left by the Chubasco, which was intended to become a technological showcase. Internally, the company continued to view the prototype as a missed opportunity, a project that could have transformed Maserati's image and paved the way for a return to the premium supercar segment. Today, the only Chubasco, a combination of a mock-up and an unfinished prototype, is housed at the Panini Museum near Modena. This collection is considered one of the most valuable in the world, and the Chubasco is a rare gem within it, a tangible vestige of a time when Maserati sought to reclaim its former glory through bold designs. The car captivates not only because it hit the road, but because it demonstrates how ambitious visions can be dashed by economic realities. The Chubasco remains one of Italy's most intriguing would-be supercars, a symbol of dreams that never fully materialized.